o visita grandfin.mx y recupera tu vida sexual. Black is the new blue.
Heraldo Radio, la HCL se comparte, se ve y ahora también se escucha.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo le va?
Buenas tardes, estás a punto de escuchar
Yo soy Javier Alatorre.
las noticias con Javier Alatorre.
La vamos a pasar muy bien.
Comenzamos.
Gaspar, Melchor y Baltasar son los reyes magos de la ilusión. Ellos vienen del lejano oriente a la adoración del niño Dios. Traen riquezas, oro, incienso.
Bonito cantan las Pandoras, ¿verdad? Y esta pues es la de los Reyes, ya. Y hasta aquí llegamos, ya estuvo bueno, desde la Guadalupana hasta los Reyes, digo, con mucho cariño, con mucho afecto, pero no tienen llenadera, Anita, Miguel.
Ay,
Espero
Javier.
que los atendieran muy bien, con muchos regalos y cosas por el estilo. ¿Cómo estás, Anita Lomelí?
Muy bien, Javier, gracias. Muy buenas tardes, querido Miguelito. Pues yo les voy a pedir a los dos que se pongan su mano derecha en el hombro izquierdo y la mano izquierda en el hombro derecho. Esto quiere decir que les mando un abrazo apretado. Ese es mi regalo de Día de Reyes.
Padrísimo. ¿Ya me puedo soltar? No.
Sí.
Miguelón, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo te tratan los Reyes Magos?
¿Cómo estás, Javier, Anita? Me da mucho gusto saludarlos. Bien, la verdad es que bien, ¿eh? Tengo que confesarte que me fue bien de Reyes Magos. Llegó Melchor, Gaspar y Baltasar a casa. La verdad es que bastante bien. Sobre todo que, pues, como está la cosa, señor, créeme que hoy ya está un chocolate, se agradece.
Sí,
Claro,
todo se
claro.
agradece, ¿no? Un regalo puede ser, pues, un desayuno, un chocolate, una cartita, como dice Anita Lomelí, un abrazo.
Vale.
Son los Reyes Magos, con esto ya esperemos que concluya la temporada, que ha sido muy compleja.
No.
Welcome. Thank you for tuning in today to our wonderful show, BNI Now. We got a pretty interesting slate today. We had a completely full slate of guests. We have 4 guests today. Plus, for the first time ever, we will be doing this show as a co-host. My co-host, who you guys are used to seeing every single week, Mr. Rick Gutierrez. Welcome, Rick.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for allowing me to co-host with you. It's always an honor. Thank you for having me.
Kidding me? We know you're the BNI king in the Houston area, or greater Houston area, or greater world area, really. I know you're making waves all over the place with opening up all of the new chapters and making the Houston area as much as it can be as far as BNI is concerned. So congrats on all that.
Well,
Did
thank
you get
you.
any accolades on the BNI worldwide?
The global convention?
Yes.
Not yet. I'm
Not
working
yet.
really hard on it. But you know, one of the reasons why we decided to do this show, and the reason why we do this show, is because a very long time ago, when I was a little kid, there's one thing that my mother told me, and it's something that stuck to me all these years. And that was, tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why I'm here hanging out with you and everybody in BNI. They just make me better every single day. So hopefully, you know, I'll get to the global convention one day.
It's like a fine wine, you know, you're getting better with age. Right? Thank you. I also have to say, first of all, thank you to our partners at NowMediaRadio.com for this wonderful space that they allow us to be on, this platform for all of the BNI members. I remind you, if you're a BNI member and you're watching this, this is a right for you. Okay, so all you have to do in order to be on this show is just send us an email, give us a call, give Mr. Rick Gutierrez a call, or myself, Alberto Tudela. Find us on the BNI Connect. Or you can email us too at bninow@nowmedia.tv and ask for your spot. We'll be happy to put you in. There is quite a wait. I think we're about 3 months full, frankly, to be honest with you. There's a lot of people that want to be on the show and want to use this platform to showcase their business and what BNI is all about, and that is exactly why we're here doing this. So thank you so much to our partners that give us the space. It's a wonderful studio, wonderful facility. If you're looking for any kind of video services, they can certainly also take care of you. So let's talk a little bit about what's been going on in BNI. There's always something new every week. I'd like to talk a little bit about growth in the face of, incredible odds, right? 2020, thank God, it's almost out the door. We're about a month and a half away from saying goodbye to 2020. It can't come soon enough for most people. With everything that's been going on, the latest thing obviously being now the election is finally over. Pandemic. What else have we dealt with this year? It's been a rough year.
Well, according to one of the parties, it's still not over, but
it's still not over, right? But let's say that we're practically over.
Yeah.
Let's say by the end of this year, hopefully it'll all be over.
Right.
That being said, BNI's been growing, right?
It has.
Yeah,
which
is amazing.
Well, one of the things, this is a great topic because I actually just did a feature presentation at a chapter this past Tuesday, so all those numbers are still fresh in my mind.
Great.
So one of the ways that BNI has been growing here lately, especially throughout 2020, throughout a pandemic, we went virtual as of March or something like that. From 1 week we were meeting in person, the next week we're on virtual. All the teams were trained, all the leadership teams were trained, and BNI purchased all kinds of Zoom licenses to provide for all of the chapters, right? So since then, BNI has grown by 26 chapters nationwide. So we have added 26 new chapters to the U.S., adding more than 500 members to BNI during this time, right? And here in the city of Houston alone, I am proud to say that we are leading the way on new chapters. Since July, we've launched 5 new chapters and over 170 new members into BNI here in BNI alone. And that's just since July to now, that's 5 months or something like that. And we are currently continuing to grow because we have 7 new forming chapters around the city. Eventually, one day when we go back to in-person, everybody's going to go back to in-person. But right now, everything's virtual. So we're continuing to grow, adding new applicants to these forming chapters. We've got one chapter in particular up north in the Woodlands area, in the Creekside area, that it's getting ready to launch. There are just 1 member shy that we need for the minimum quantity of paid applicants to launch the chapter. So they'll be launching either early this week, mid next week, or something like that. But then we have those other chapters that have been meeting for a few weeks that are very close as well. And then we also have chapters that are just now starting to launch. So it's an interesting time right now. It's a great time to be a part of BNI, and I can talk about all this all day and every single day. But I know that we've got Hector here, and we've got some business to talk about. But it's an amazing time to get into BNI right now, for sure.
So I'll be a little selfish here. I'm involved in the launch of a chapter as well. There's a new chapter forming in the Bel Air area. If you know somebody or have an individual that maybe can't form a part of your chapter because the chair's already taken, please let me know. Send us an email at bninow@nowmedia.tv. Let me know about send me their name, send me their contact info. We'll give them a call and see if they can make it a good fit. Let's talk about Hector Herrera. Hector is a member of my chapter. We belong to the same chapter, so I'm blessed to see him every week. Hector's an immigration attorney, has been for quite some time. He's sort of a stalwart name here in the Houston community. as far as immigration is concerned. Thanks for taking the time to be with us here, Rector.
No, thank you for the invitation.
I know it was a long walk from your office.
I was going to say that was a very long walk.
To be in the same building.
About 100 steps.
Looks like I got to move to this building too. All the BNI members are filling this place up. But that's got to be an interesting situation that's been going on right now with immigration. You know, you have how much is the immigration laws, or everything that you deal with, how does it change based on the possible or probable change in administration? Between obviously we go way back to the Bush days, and you had Obama, then there's Trump, and now looks like we're going back to Biden. Is there a lot of change that happens every time there's a change in administrations?
Usually it's not as much as I am expecting for this time.
Okay.
Because Trump did make a lot of changes to immigration law, and it could be as easy as just sending a tweet in the middle of the night.
Right, and that's all of a sudden everything's up on its head.
Exactly. Right. So I think, I am anticipating that it's going to be much better with Biden, and, follow more the rule of law and the already established law and regulations, and not so many changes or not so many firing in USCIS as well as the U.S. Department of State.
Okay, so focusing on that, what is the number one thing? Probably, I know that in the news we see a lot of news about DACA, and the Dreamers coming in. Is that one of the things that you're expecting is probably going to change? Yes,
Biden has already said that he's going to actually implement DACA again. He's going to revoke the executive orders, which that is very great news for many of the people that are here, for many of these people that arrive here very young, and they consider this place the only place they know.
Right.
So and what is wonderful news.
What does that mean for your business? Does that mean that you can sort of restart some existing clients or some potential clients? Is that an opportunity for you in your office?
Yes, absolutely. Everybody that right now does not qualify based on the current law, they will be able to qualify. So it's a big market because there's many people unaccounted for, which really they're living in the shadows when they're really producing and doing a lot of things for this country.
That's the thing, they're paying taxes.
That too.
In a lot of cases too.
That too.
Great. What other areas do you specialize in? So immigration, sort of a broad spectrum. We've also heard about a lot of changes that are happening as far as the asylum. I know that I think there was a big increase in the charge that you have to pay in order to even get considered for an asylum petition. Can you speak a little bit about that and whether or not that's something that you do on a regular basis in your office as well?
Yes, we do take a lot of asylum cases, mainly from Venezuela. Okay. It's the country that right now is sending the most asylees. And there are being many changes on asylum law. Some of those changes wait in Mexico, which that's part of things that this administration did. So there will be changes there. And also I'm expecting a lot of different changes, not only on the asylum, but also like on the employment base. For example, for entrepreneurs that want to come here, it's being, or L1As, which is intra-company transferee.
Okay.
I also, based on immigration, I prepare also the companies. I establish the companies so that they have the right relationship, whether affiliates or subsidiaries. So I work quite a bit also establishing companies. Sometimes I do it for purposes of immigration, but sometimes I do it also for just corporate.
Right. So new companies basically that are being established. Most of them by immigrants that are either getting their immigration status through investment, right? So correct. HB, can't remember the number. HB?
H1B is for specialized knowledge. I myself came with an H1B visa. I study computer information systems and management. So I've been on both sides. Right now I'm the attorney, but I used to be the client. So I know what each of my clients feel whenever they come and they try to do all their immigration, legal work and everything.
A lot of empathy.
Hector,
yes.
I've got a question for you,
Sure.
and this is something that is dear to my heart because I'm an advocate for those that cannot fend for themselves. One category of that being children, and the other one, the elderly. Recently in the news, I've seen all kinds of different things, especially in these facilities where children and people are being held, right? So I heard of a story of a little 4-year-old girl, or the parents, sent the 4-year-old girl with a group of people, and she's now here by herself. Is there something that can be done for these folks that are currently being held? Where do they go? I mean, is there something that can be done to help them?
Well, I know they're considered special immigrants, and there's something that can be done. I personally have not dealt with those type of cases yet.
Okay.
But there's definitely something that can be done, especially when they don't have like an adult that can look after them here, because maybe the parents stay back home.
Right.
They call them special immigrants.
Well, I think the key word there was yet. You haven't had any of those cases
Right.
yet, so
Right.
there's opportunity there, to help these folks. So it's just
Right.
something that I see all the time. We see it on the news, and it just breaks your heart,
Yeah,
because
it's
just like no different. I mean, I'm not trying to take away from any other tragedy in the world, right? I mean, we have South America that just got hit by a hurricane. There's a lot of things going on over there as well. Yeah. But yeah, I just happened to catch that, and I thought, since you were going to be here, I thought I'd ask you that question, because it's something to see children, go through something like that is just completely
It's heartbreaking.
crazy. It's very heartbreaking.
And
So,
placed into cages.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
unthinkable.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there or mention that, but I'm glad you did. But that is the reality. That's what's happening. And some of these folks, some of these kids don't even know what's going on.
Well,
or,
they're
you know.
kids. I mean,
Yeah.
first of all, how are they can't even begin to understand
As I
what
said,
need
they
to
can't
do.
fend for themselves.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes. And
Yeah.
it's a very sad situation, which again, I'm hopeful with Biden, things will
Yeah.
change. And by the way, for Venezuelans, he has already said that he's going to implement TPS, temporary protected status,
Okay.
which is, a very good thing
Yeah, absolutely.
for all the Venezuelan community that it's already here in the U.S.
And there's obviously a very large influx of Venezuelans that has happened over the last 10 years. Really, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
I'm Venezuelan myself, so I can attest to that.
No.
Tell me a little bit about your experience in BNI. We have a little bit of time left. I'd also, because I know you have a unique point of view regarding BNI. You're still a fairly new member. It hasn't been a year yet since you became a member. And I know that you're one of those people that has really hit the ground running with your BNI group and all of the benefits that BNI has for you. And I know that you're a strong proponent of that. So tell me a little bit, just in a short couple of minutes, what BNI has really meant for you and your business.
Well, it has helped me connect also with people from all over the world. Like, for example, I have had a need for clients of an attorney in Italy. And
Okay.
through the platform, BNI platform, I've been able to contact attorneys in Italy, in Argentina.
Wonderful.
Plus also the exposure. I mean, you can visit other chapters all over the world. I've been already in Mexico, in Colombia, and I get to meet a lot of wonderful professionals that, we start already doing some business, which is very good. We start
amazing.
establishing all these
Crazy.
relationships.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. I keep professing when we were launching chapters that BNI Connect is probably the #1 social platform, in my opinion, because you can connect with members of your chapters, members of other chapters in other cities, in other states, and in other countries if you choose to do business internationally. So good for you. Thank you for using the system to its fullest. So I appreciate that.
I appreciate BNI. It's
Well,
been
and-
good to me.
So if somebody's watching and say, I need an attorney, I need somebody to represent a family member, or I know somebody that's going through a process here, or I know a dreamer, and they need to clarify or get their process started. How do they get in touch with you, and how does the onboarding process start with your office?
Well, basically, they can go to my website, and it's www.herrerafirm.com.
That's double R's, right?
Double R, herrerafirm.com. Or they can call 832-533-2228. They make an appointment with any of my staff. And it can be, these days, it can be via Zoom, it can be on the telephone, or it can be in person. Some of my clients actually want to bring all their documents that they have submitted for me to review them. And they can make an appointment, and try to be as flexible as possible with everybody must wear a mask. That's a must these days.
Well, and of course, Hector's completely bilingual, so he can take care of your needs in Spanish, your native language, if necessary. So if you have somebody that needs some immigration help, please give Hector and his law firm a call right here in the same building. We're going to thank you so much for being here, taking some time to share all that information with us, and we hope to see you back on the show soon. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Thank you very much.
Great job. Wonderful.
Bueno, pues un placer.
Igualmente.
Gracias.
Siempre.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Do you want to experience the ease and convenience of the latest and most advanced home security system? Are you going away on vacation and want to have peace of mind while you're not at your home or at your office? According to the FBI, a robbery occurs every 13 seconds, and homes and businesses without a security system are 300% more likely to be burglarized. Hawk Security provides security solutions to residential and small businesses in the state of Texas and from California to Georgia, building a custom-tailored security setup that matches your needs. Whether it is home security, fire and carbon monoxide detection, flood detection, connected senior care, managed video surveillance solutions, alarm monitoring, and life safety. In addition to fire and carbon monoxide detection, Hawk Security has a smart home and business integration, expanding security services to a lifestyle solution, keeping customers connected to their home and businesses from anywhere in the world, from their tablet or mobile device, so you can have peace of mind even if you're not at home or in your office. Reduce your energy cost, scheduling automatic changes in thermostats or lighting. And because we rely on our heroes every single day, Hawk Security offers security services discounts to military personnel, veterans, first responders, educators, and hospital personnel. Our mission is to keep our clients safe, treat them like family, and provide them with a user-friendly security system with personalized customer service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For integrity, honesty, passion, and excellent customer service, take a strong step today toward getting protected and call Rosana Torres at 832-863-8574, because every home and business is unique and every security system should be unique too.
Qué divino. Bueno,
That's
mira,
why I like this show.
Esa es la introducción.
This is an English show, by the way.
This is the introduction to my next guest. Start talking in Spanish. I was talking in Spanish with her just a minute ago. Carelis Urrutia. Welcome, Carelis, to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Carelis does one of my favorite things, which is desserts. Okay, food services. Carelis owns a company called Clean Meals, right? And she was nice enough to bring some of her products so that we could try them out. We've got, I think, a cheesecake here and also a chocolate cake. I don't know if you guys see it, but let me put it up.
Is it chocolate or is it carrot?
It's a carrot cake.
Carrot cake.
Yep, it's carrot. It's wonderful.
Let me pull it up here so that you guys can have a better look at that. Look at that. That looks amazing. And it tastes amazing. I haven't tried this one yet, but I'm already eating the cheesecake, and that's unbelievable, along with the red berries jelly. So, Carita, so tell us a little bit about your business and what's been going on with you over the last couple of months.
Thank you for having me. My business is healthy food, healthy desserts.
They don't taste healthy.
Yeah.
They don't taste healthy.
Normally when it's healthy, it's not delicious, or normally is when it's tasty, it's not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So they are sugar-free, they are gluten-free, and most of them also lactose-free.
Wow. Okay.
So
it's like the trifecta for health.
Wait,
yes.
There's no sugar in this?
No sugar at all.
Oh, wow.
I use only organic stevia.
Huh.
So is any person that can have any special diet or just a healthy life or just to have a delicious, tasty something at home, is welcome to have it because it's a lot of people with illness like diabetics, gluten intolerance, lactose intolerance, that they have a lot of restriction. So for time like the time that is coming, like holidays, Thanksgiving, or Christmas.
Thanksgiving, we
everything.
have Thursday basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also have the special. I have a pumpkin cheesecake and a pumpkin cake. Delicious and super healthy, so you can have it with your dinner and you don't feel guilty because they're guilty free.
And it's let me guess. It says meals, right? So do you deliver?
Yes.
Wow, imagine that. So we're talking about something that's basically it's COVID convenient. Let's call it that. Let's new phrase. COVID convenient business. COVID convenient. Just call her, put in your order. She shows up with the finished product at your doorstep. And contactless, I would imagine, right? Whether you want to.
So, Carolis, let me ask you a question. So, you said that they're clean, they're gluten free, they're right. So we can eat this basically that entire tray and not feel guilty at all. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
because that's possible.
It is possible.
Especially for me.
Let me do a comparison. If you eat all this tray, that will be the equivalent to have a small piece of cake, a regular cake with sugar and everything.
Huh.
So
okay.
you're
gonna have half. I'll have the other half, Rick.
Yeah, and we've only had a half a slice.
Yeah. At least you're not invited to have any. We're gonna eat it all ourselves.
I also have to tell you that recently, since last week, I got a partnership with a restaurant that the name is La Baguette.
La Baguette, I'm very familiar with them.
They are in Katy, in Mason with I-10, so they are also offering my desserts.
Oh, fantastic!
So you can have,
a big win.
If you don't want the whole cake, you can go and have just a portion in the restaurant.
Well, congratulations! That sounds like a great partnership. So when did that start? How did that come into being? Tell me a little bit about how you got together with La Baguette.
Well, BNI. Of course.
Imagine that.
BNI introduced me these people that are amazing, and they was so open to help me, and they try it and they love it, and they told me we need you product here. So at the same time, in my business to grow up, I moved from my kitchen to a commercial kitchen.
Okay.
So
That's
in a commercial
kitchen,
you are able to sell your products to restaurants, to supermarkets, to different places. Even regularly, I do hand-to-hand delivery. That now I'm in a commercial kitchen, I can use a third-party delivery company.
Okay.
Nice.
So one step at a time, but we're growing. It's a new business. We start on May this year.
Okay.
So it's a pandemic baby. But it has been growing pretty good. The reception of the people is amazing. The people love it. You know when you're doing something right when the people come back for more.
Absolutely. Well, you're certainly ahead of the curve, literally. I mean, you're already doing business with a local restaurant, with such a short period of time being open. That's really pretty amazing. And I think that also says a lot for BNI. So tell me a little bit about how your experience has been in BNI, because you're just new to BNI, right? If not, I'm not mistaken, you're part of a brand new chapter that launched. I remember I had them on the show. They were about
September 1st.
4 months ago?
Yeah.
5 months ago, give or take.
Yeah, I was invited to this at the beginning. I was a little bit afraid because everything is new in my business, so you be a little bit afraid. But this chapter just catch me because one of the most beautiful things that they did to have me in that chapter is they say, you are worried about money or something, you want your business generate whatever you need to be part of this chapter, let's do something. Each of the member here will do a big order, 10 cakes.
Wow.
So you're gonna have the money to be part of this chapter. So I was like in shock, and I say, okay, no excuses. So they make a big order. Rick was one of them, and immediately joined. And I just see like how good has been. They are like the referrals, the business growing, everything. And imagine be part of here. To be here is also something amazing for me to show to the people about my product. So.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we're inspiring, new forming chapters to do for small business, people, because we do want them to grow. right? We do want them to flourish. We want them to take their business to the next level, which apparently you already have because you're providing your cakes and your desserts to a local restaurant here, which, by the way, Myra and Joel, wonderful people. I actually held a couple of interest meetings there for another chapter. And that restaurant serves not only wonderful food, but now they have your amazing desserts. And that is the power of the BNI. Katie Cypress Latino saw the potential in her business, and we all said, you know what? Why don't we just each of us, order from her, and she can purchase her BNI membership with the new
your
orders.
Your membership was paid for
on the same day.
On the same day that you applied. That's pretty incredible.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do. That's all we're doing is changing people's lives, helping people across the world take their business to the next level. And that's what BNI is about. And I don't know if you remember, but I tell people, BNI is not about selling memberships. It's about helping people. Genuinely,
it sells itself.
It sells itself, really. And all we do is provide you with the system, the structure, and the opportunity that BNI has to offer, and then you will see the value. And that's all that we're trying to do, just helping people take their business to the next level. And congratulations, because you have done amazing. So thank you for that. Now, I saw that there was either your Facebook page on the screen or your website. So can everyone find your list of all of the flavors and all of the, you tell us, what can they find on your website?
Right now, I'm on Instagram and Facebook as a Clean Meal 2020. And we're working in the website. So I hope so to have it ready soon. So in the website, you also can do online orders.
Okay,
you can also
great.
pay with credit cards and everything. So it's going to be pretty close. I'm going to have all these available. So
is somebody from a BNI chapter helping you with that by any
course.
chance? Imagine that. Look at that. Look how everything comes full circle.
She's well connected now.
Yeah. So all the inside of marketing. Hector Herrera, that was here, he was my lawyer to register my company. So it's all BNI, the accounting person, marketing, everything is a wonderful BNI people that I have been meet. And it's not about price. It's about, let me help you. If you don't have money now, you pay me later.
Right.
Because we know that it's a new business and everything, and we want to help you. So this is the wonderful.
Well, you have a way to pay them out. Obviously, I can take a payment in cake. That'll work for me.
Yes, and all these people, believe me, have been trying my desserts, and they are happy. So, for example, the guy that take the pictures, that is part of my chapter, Manuel. Every time when he take pictures, I take like 4 different cakes. And then it's like, hey, someone need to eat all these cakes, so, And it was like the best part of the picture. So, so I feel that I'm being so blessed to be part of BNI, and it's helping me. Everything is I'm growing with BNI.
Fantastic. Well, nice. Great. I hope that BNI can also grow with you. Tell me a little bit about how this whole thing started. So it's a new business. So I'm assuming you transitioned from maybe an old life or an old type of a job that maybe you had before. How did you come up with this idea? And it takes a special person really to grab a dream or what they really love to do, a passion, and turn that into a business. Can you tell me a little bit about what your voyage was like in that sense?
Well, my background, I'm a petroleum engineer.
Imagine that, but as well, I'm a petroleum engineer.
Oil and gas for more than 14 years. And with all this situation about how's the oil and gas going down, pandemic, everything, so my husband and I, we lost the job. And I say, and my husband, he's my best partner in this because he's a nutrition coach.
Okay.
So we have been having a healthy life and doing these kind of things for us and for friends. So every time when I go, like you invite me to their dinner and I came with a healthy dessert, the people say, that's really healthy, it doesn't taste like healthy. And everybody was telling me, you should sell that, you should sell that. So on the pandemic, on quarantine at home without a job, I say, let's do this. I think that it was lack of time. That was a project that was on hold because lack of time, now we have time.
Right.
So let's do it. So
and the opportunity.
Just sit down, create a logo, create a brand, create everything. Let's do the recipe because I love to cook, but I'm the person that don't use any recipe. So now let's do the recipe and write down the recipe because we need it. So there was like this, and we start just with friends and family. Like, hey, I'm offering this, let's do it. And the people love it, and they start like this, and then BNI came in, and so.
That's awesome. It's an amazing story. Congratulations on such an amazing story. One other question that I have for you, on your website, they can find all of the different types of cakes and meals, clean meals that you can provide, right? But with each particular cake, for example, the carrot cake, because we know that there's a lot of people out there that have maybe some allergies, food allergies or whatnot, they want to know what's in the ingredients, right? So all of that, they can be found on your website?
Yeah, they have all of them. You can see all of them have the ingredients. Pretty soon I'm working in the nutrition fact too.
Okay.
So you can see if you're counting macros and you have a specific strict diet of calories, counting calories, you will know how much you can eat daily. So yes, in my Facebook and Instagram, you can find the flavors, the prices, and everything. And you can contact me anytime to have any any questions.
How can we contact you?
Through Instagram, to Facebook, they have the contact button, so you can go straight to my.
And what is the name of the company again?
Clean Meal 2020.
Clean Meals 2020. Amazing. You got anything else?
The only just talking about macros, I'm thinking about myself. I'm the only macro I know. This is my macro. But I definitely need to get your number so that we can try to change that macro into a micro.
You need to try this.
Thank you
need
so
to try
much.
the carrot.
We appreciate you coming in, and we appreciate even more you coming in with some fantastic samples of your products, which are fantastic. So now you know. Thanksgiving, give her a call, look her up online, get something healthy in your belly, along with all that turkey and everything else you're going to be eating on Thursday.
And by the way, I'm having a hard time believing that this doesn't have any sugar. I'm just saying.
And we'll be right back with you after these messages. Thank you.
Now, more than ever, having accurate and up-to-date bookkeeping is crucial for tax and operating cost optimization. Additionally, having a reliable outside bookkeeping company ensures your books are done correctly, and there is no need for the cost of a full-time accountant. RSM Bookkeeping and Tax Services, founded by veteran Ron Maldonado, can provide different bookkeeping packages to fit your company's needs. Assist with the installation of onboarding of QuickBooks, review your books for tax preparation, assist with the creation and registration of your company and obtaining your company's EIN number with the IRS. Tax services for individuals and businesses, for sales and use tax certificates, filing franchise and sales tax reports. Take a decisive step. Call Ron Maldonado at 281-610-7039 and let RSM Bookkeeping and Tax Services be a part of your success.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today. Graphic design, banners, brochures, business cards, posters, any printing you need for your company's branding, Priority Printing SS is your solution. With more than 30 years of experience, Priority Printing SS has been the preferred solution for hundreds of companies for any printed materials. At Priority Printing SS, they believe in listening to you, bringing you creative ideas to effective results. Your printed materials talk about your company. Make sure they open the door for you. Trust your printed materials to the experts. Call Priority Printing SS at 713-575-9800 and let Priority Printing SS handle with ease all your printing needs.
Welcome back. I think I still need a napkin to wipe off that cake from my face. If I got cake on my face, I apologize.
I haven't had a chance to try, so I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, it's a great time to do it. You know, we think Thanksgiving's coming up, so we all need to probably think about losing a little weight for after Thanksgiving or after 2021 with the
or during Thanksgiving after all the
right
turkey and everything.
Before is the best idea,
Right.
so that way you don't feel
Right now.
guilty.
Right now.
Let's continue to eat some.
That's
So
right.
we're very pleased to have you here with us. This
Thank
is
you.
Barbara Garcia. Barbara Garcia and I go way back as well. I think way back to actually when I opened my agency originally, almost 4
Shortly
years,
thereafter,
4
yeah.
years,
Yeah.
more than 4 years ago now.
Correct.
Time flies when you're having fun. Barbara owns her own insurance agency as well. She specializes in health insurance. So right now is pretty much prime time for
Yes.
health insurance. Obviously, you've got the ACA. You've got, we've got something coming up, right? As far as the dates that you have to have your ACA. If you're in the ACA, you need to finalize everything by December 15th.
Right.
So whoever purchases their insurance on their own, whether with the premium tax credit or without, this is a time to look for options. It's November 1st to December 15th. So this is it.
Right.
We're in the middle of it. I look a
For
little
those-
nicer than normally because it's...
For those of us that don't know what ACA means, why don't you guys elaborate?
It means ACA.
You left
I'll
me
let the
unseen.
pro take that one.
Affordable Care Act.
Gotcha.
So a lot of
Okay.
folks know this as Obamacare, and a
Gotcha.
lot of folks believe that it's kind of gone since our administration reduced the penalties. But
Okay.
the law is still the law. It's just the penalty has basically become zero. So
They've taken the teeth out of the penalty. So
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So have there been any changes to the markets that are now available in Texas? So they started talking. I remember way back when this started. There's going to be a lot of carriers. Obviously, it started off with few carriers. There's been sort of ups and downs with the program. Now that we've had a little bit more experience, what do you see as far as the actual marketplace?
So in Texas in general, we're seeing an increase. We actually have 2 new carriers in
Okay.
Houston, one that works
about
with the premium tax credit and one that does not. And then this administration did do a lot of good things in the sense that they have opened the markets for other things like short-term medical plans and indemnity plans and things to become a lot more viable as an option because of no longer having a penalty. So that's probably the biggest change. There's a lot of options. The challenge is deciphering which one's the best for you and making sure you understand fully what the policy covers, and more importantly, what it doesn't cover. I always say, look at your exclusions and limitations. That you're going to find out way more than that than if you look at your actual benefit list.
Okay, that's great. That's great advice. What about on the company side? So, Affordable Care Act, that's personal, right? So, as an individual, you're looking to get coverage for yourself, for your family. You can go through the marketplace for that process. But if you own a small company, let's say that what is the rules regarding healthcare and when you have to and when you can or when it's optional?
So for small companies, and that would be any 50 employees or less, then you don't really have to worry at offering it. You can if you wish to, but you don't have to. And so then you can basically take a look at the options and decide if it makes sense for you to do. Right now, every year we have had what's called a holiday participation. The challenge with small groups has always been that you can't have enough participation. Even if you contribute something towards your employees, if you have a small group, let's say a restaurant, or then it's challenging for your maybe lower income employees to participate, to want to pay the insurance, even if you're contributing 50% of it. In this holiday, it's basically you don't have to worry about participation. If you have a company of 10 and only 2 people want to enroll, you can still enroll. If you have 10 and only 1 person wants to enroll, you can still create the group, where normally you need about 75% participation. If
Wow,
not the...
okay. So that's a huge deal.
It's a huge deal. So if you have some folks out there that are self-employed, that are entrepreneurs, that have a small company, and they just never were able to get that group policy going, this could be an opportunity for them. November 15th through December 15th, everything everything happens at the end of the year. November 15th to December 15th, you can submit those applications and it would start January 1. So quoting a small group right now would be a good idea for those folks because now you have access to PPO options, a lot more options that you don't have available for our individual markets.
So what about those, just out of curiosity, what about those that lost their job and they're now in the COBRA, program, is that someone that can also benefit from that?
Correct. So COBRA can be expensive or considered expensive.
Can
when
be?
You,
or it's definitely
it is.
expensive?
Yeah, it is. It's a huge jump for what you normally pay. And the reason why is that contribution that the company makes is gone. And you pay 100% of it. And so this would be the time to look at options. If you're still in COBRA and now it's becoming a little more difficult for you, given the fact that we've been in this economic downturn a little bit for a while now, this would be a great time. Also, a lot more people are qualifying for the premium tax credit before because their income has changed, their family composition has changed. So look at it. The big thing is call around, call us, look at it, the options, and then you'll be able to see if it makes sense to stay in COBRA or not. There's times where COBRA is not a bad option, even though it's expensive. It would have to deal with what kind of medications, if you're in the middle of a treatment, things of that sort. But if not, then it could be a possibility where you can save money and or obtain coverage, because some folks weren't able to keep COBRA. It was way too much of an expensive option. And during the normal year, they may not have looked at their options, but now that we're in the enrollment year, this is the time. Because if you don't make a choice right now and you're on your own, you don't have a group chassis that you can join, if you don't make a selection, you're without full-blown medical insurance that will cover any pre-existing for a whole year.
Oh, wow.
So you can't enroll in the middle of June. You can't enroll in March.
Yeah, so December 16th, you're pretty much...
Unless you go the private option, right? If you go the private option?
No.
Okay.
So it's not about the subsidy or the premium tax credit. It's if you want to join a policy that doesn't ask medical questions. Now, you can find options in March, February, June, or July, but they're going to ask you medical questions. So the idea is, as always, in insurance, you buy it before you need it, right? So this is your open enrollment like in a company. You make your selection now. If you choose not to, that's okay, but if you something happens in the middle of next year or something, then you're not going to be able to find a policy to cover you for that incident.
Gotcha.
That might be happening.
And of course, that's a big. So if you're quoting a company, how does that work versus somebody doing it on the marketplace? So on the marketplace, the companies are there based on what's available in the state you're in. If it's private, do you work with different companies? Do you work like a broker on the private side?
On the private side, it's easier to work with a broker if there's not a place where you go and put your information. So you would have to seek out a broker. It's the best thing to do. They'll have a market out there. They'll tell you all the carriers that's available. You basically need a census, a zip codes, dates of births of people that are going to be on the policy.
And you take care of that as well.
Yes, so I basically let you know what you need to send to me, and once we have it, we'll be able to quote you and get you some options.
Okay. Another thing, how do they tell me about the onboarding process with your agency? So what's your typical process with a new client? How would they go through from reaching you to you talking to them and giving you the advice and all of those details?
So, a lot of folks like to do this in person, and right now I know that that's a big challenge. So a lot of it is electronic. It is, super easy. If you're working on the individual, all we would need to do is have a brief conversation, 10, 15 minutes, to get to understand your situation. Is there an illness already, pre-existing conditions? Are you taking medications? Once we have that conversation, I would send you an email with some options. And then from there, depending on which ones you may pick or choose, we would run the application on another phone call, or you can enroll yourself on the system. So it really will depend on the flexibility the person has. Are they computer savvy, not computer savvy? The idea is we help everybody, whether they are computer savvy or not, we can get you taken care of.
Keep in mind that if you're enrolling in the ACA or Obamacare, going through Barbara doesn't cost you any more than doing it yourself online. And Barbara answers questions. Guess what you don't get online?
And she answers
you don't get answers to any of your questions.
And she
I found that out.
Yes.
Not that long ago.
So in addition to helping you with the policy, we also in our agency, we really do, we get a lot of referrals because we help you with it during the week. So, during the year. So we can help you service the account. Biggest question that a lot of people have on insurance is also, once you have it, now what, right? When something happens, who do you call to help you figure out all the bills that you're getting from a hospital, which is not just one, by the way. You'll end up with 15 different bills.
And you could get them months after the fact, too.
And you don't get them right away. You typically get them about 1 to 2 months afterwards. So that's where we also come in handy, is to help you with that, correct?
Yep. What about deductibles? That's another big deal with insurance, obviously.
And that's probably a topic of its own, a subject of its own.
You know, sadly, I can speak about health insurance for hours. I know hours. It's so much fun. Deductibles, they're higher every year. I don't know when we're going to stop with that. Now, if you have a premium tax credit, if you qualify for some of these tax credits, one of the things is that you also may qualify for a cost reduction. So these $5,000-$6,000 deductibles become zero or become $1,000. So you may qualify for more than one tax credit, and that would allow you to have a lower deductible. But deductibles are, unfortunately, they're not going anywhere. So there's some stuff that you can do. HSAs, health savings accounts, that are becoming more and more popular. And also, I do try to find additional things for my customers. So there's clinics called direct primary cares. I've been such a fan of those clinics because they really work with the population that has high deductible health cares or no insurance, and they're all based on cash prices. So, and they are way lower than what you'll find in anywhere else. MRIs for $300.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
We got to talk.
Right. So yes, if you have a high deductible health plan, you need to make sure to find resources to help you when you do have an incident.
Okay, last but not least, how can they reach out to you? Where do they contact you, Barbara?
So our website, vistaagency.com, has all our information, but via phone. We have a phone line, 713-893-0324. And an email. Always, I think it's the best way. Right now, those are always being looked at, and it's a lot. When you give us a phone call, a lot of folks might call my cell phone and information like that. A lot of friends like to get that. That's so hard. But emails are the best way because we will really make sure to reach out to you. We know that it's important for you guys to get in the door with somebody before December 15th because that's your deadline. Yeah. So, and don't wait. Everybody waits the last week, and then it's just really hard to return 100 calls a day. So don't wait until the last week. Reach out to folks now.
Now you know. So definitely send her an email right now.
If
you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing for your health insurance for 2021, do it now. Barbara Garcia, appreciate your time. Thanks for coming in with us. Enjoying it, and we'll be right back with our final guest after these messages.
Awesome. Quick. You answered us.
Hi, I'm Karina Rodriguez, President of Exfinia Financial Services. Let me ask you a few questions. How prepared are you to reach your financial goals? To pay for your kids' education, to buy a house or start a business? Do you know how much money you will need for retirement? Do you have a plan that will allow you to live peacefully after retirement and later in life? Are you prepared to face unexpected situations, such as a chronic illness, an accident, or an untimely death? How will your family be protected? At Exfinia Financial Services, our mission is to help you answer these questions and to design a financial plan that covers all the areas that are relevant to your family or your business. Most importantly, a plan that gives you peace. Some of our services include a detailed assessment of your current financial situation, creating a plan for establishing an emergency fund and protection, debt management, tax optimization, as well as estate planning. Some of our financial strategies protect your capital against drops in the financial markets while benefiting when the market rises. We offer these services at no cost to you. Take control of your financial well-being. Contact us and we will be happy to assist you whether you live in the US or abroad, regardless of your migratory status. Let us be part of your financial success and stability.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Hi, I'm Sandra Mendez Hassan, Executive Business Advisor, Key Business Strategist, and Management Specialist with Extraordinary HCBI. I work with business owners and executives to help them achieve their goals, implementing the right strategy, and developing leaders that turn their dreams into reality. Do you have a business idea and need to know how to launch it? Based on your vision, do you have the criteria or entrepreneurial mindset to achieve your goals? Do you have what it takes to motivate your team so they can be more proactive and productive? Would you like to learn how to get more clients and close more businesses? At Extraordinary HCBI, we take businesses to the next level by providing them with resources, counseling, and implementing strategies that work because we want your business to thrive. We also assist businesses and aspiring entrepreneurs on the initial steps of their business plan development, creating financial projections and guiding them on how to create a financial package that will work for their business. Because your success is our success, take a decisive step today and call me at 832-660-4291 and let Extraordinary HCBI turn your dreams into reality.
Welcome back to our show, BNI Now, here on this amazing Friday, and we have our last guest. It's very rare that I actually know all of our guests because there's so many BNI members in Houston now, well over 1,000.
You're a popular guy.
Well, you know what? It's because of you, Rick. You've
right.
introduced me to some amazing people, and I've had that chance with BNI, obviously. So I know her from last year. We did when we did in-person meetings. You remember that? People don't remember very well what that's like, but when you had the leadership training group that was in person, I can't remember. It was, I think, in
the Norris Center.
Yeah,
in September.
In the Norris Center, right there in what's that area called?
City Center.
City Center. That's what it was. And so she took my headshot, and actually, the headshot I used today is still the headshot from that day. So we have with us Teresa Couch. Teresa, thanks so much for being on here with Couch Adventure Photography. Is that right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
No, it's fantastic to have you. And like I said, she does amazing pictures. I use the picture that you took. That I think that day. How many pictures did you take that day?
I took 110 pictures, and I'm a little under 4 hours.
Wow, that just goes to show you what a great setup and what a great photographer can do with such a short amount of time. And I got such great results that that's still the one that I use for my company website. I use it for my Facebook. I use it for pretty much everything. And actually, when I posted it, I got great comments. So thanks so much for making me look good.
Well, you're welcome, and you're very photogenic, so it makes my job easy.
Yeah, you're gonna make me blush. I know you came down from the Woodlands. That's where you're based, right?
Yes, I am.
But that doesn't mean that necessarily you're confined to the Woodlands as far as your job, right?
That is correct. So I love photographing, especially high school seniors. High school seniors, they really have a unique look. They have a unique style. Some of them want that more of an urban edge, so we'll come downtown and shoot downtown. Some seniors have the same love I do, and that's for the beach. And so we'll head to Galveston, and there's some great murals and locations down in Galveston. So I will travel anywhere in the greater Houston area to service my clients, and that is for seniors, branding sessions for corporate or personal branding, and then even headshots. I'm willing to travel.
Okay, so you're not only doing just in-house photography as far as being in the studio and having the set. Let's use the gray panel in the back, the sort of the typical experience, for maybe the passport, that kind of thing. But you do on-site photography too.
Yes, I do.
So on location, which is fantastic.
I can go to a corporate office anywhere in the U.S. And have same-day delivery of images. They can pick their images day of. We can send a gallery out and they can pick afterwards. I have a lot of flexibility with working with corporate clients.
Fantastic. Well, definitely, if you're corporate out there and you're looking to update, maybe you've got some new staff, new employees, change something in your company, you're looking for some new branding, definitely Teresa can help you out with those types of things. Tell us a little bit about how this situation that we're living through has affected your business, because obviously COVID is really thrown us all for a loop in one way, shape, or form. How's it affected your business, and how have you used the tools at your disposal to basically be able to rise above that challenge?
When COVID hit back in March, when everything shut down, like many businesses, I got really scared. Through my networking with BNI, I've seen my business grow exponentially.
Wow. So you've grown in 2020.
I tripled my revenue in 2019, and then 2020, I set a goal to double it. And I had a 5-year plan when I joined BNI 2 years ago to open my own studio outside of my house, because I was shooting in my house. Due to COVID, actually, I was able to make that dream happen a little faster. So in September 1st of this year, I moved into a brick and mortar studio space.
That is mind-blowing.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
Thank you. It's very exciting. It's very fun, because now I can service anybody can go on my website at any time.